Hey guys, welcome to BLONITY. First, my little disclaimer, this is no financial advice, my own opinion and estimates. My estimates could be completely wrong. Don't trust, always verify, understand the numbers, be aware of scammers, and you know the best how to invest your money. Please be aware that I'm invested in Hive Blockchain, Argo Blockchain, Bitfarms, Hashrate, K1, DMG Blockchain, and DigiHost. Okay, let's jump right into it. So yeah, it looks like the whales, the manipulators, they try to push it below the 42,000. We have here a little bounce, so gonna be interesting whether they can get it through this big support line here at 42,000. We will see. I mean, we were talking yesterday a lot about this manipulation. I hope you watched this video. And yeah, this channel, this guy here, he's a very interesting, a very smart guy, I think. He made a new video where he said, okay, it looks like we're playing now this bike of distribution in Ethereum, and we are approximately here right now. So, and Bitcoin is now following this this pattern on Ethereum. So we're not, so this video I showed you yesterday, I forgot to tell, it was like 3 weeks old. So Bitcoin didn't follow the line here down to, to zero. It started a new path here, and we had a pump here, and it seems like they're trying now to play this thing here with Ethereum. But these big guys, these whales, they're 10 steps ahead, so you never know what they're deciding tomorrow. But it looks like that we will not see Bitcoin at 10,000 or something like this. I don't think so. I think it's going to be very hard to get much lower here. Maybe we get a little bit more dips here, but maybe we go below 40,000 for the short term. But when we see these patterns here play out, it's not that they want to crush it down to zero. They want to play. They want to drive it down, drive it up to make us mad. And always when we think, okay, there's the breakout, then there comes another dump. I don't think this will last forever. I think models like the stock to flow are still valid. In the short term, you can manipulate incredible, I think. But on the long term, over the 12 years of Bitcoin, we have seen Bitcoin from 1 cent to $60,000 approximately. So we can see there's huge value in this thing, but in the short term they drive it up, they drive it down like they want, and the goal is always to shake us out, to make us poorer, to take our money. That's what you should always keep in mind. It's a little bit insane that this market is so manipulated, but it's more or less unregulated, and they can do what they want. We can also do what we want. I will not go into panic mode because the company I've chosen to invest, they have fundamental value in my opinion. That's why I always invest in these stocks, not in some hype stocks. And we have seen some crypto stocks, they're down more than these investments because there's often not sure what's behind all of this. And for these companies I'm investing, I can make my calculation. I think they are undervalued, and I think at some point it will flip and it will move up again. But today Bitcoin is in red here, minus 1.6%, Ethereum in green a little bit, some altcoins are in green. The Nasdaq miners are doing better today, Riot and Mara. Riot released its financials yesterday. HUT, slightly in green. Bitfarms has a drop here today. They diluted the stock by 10%. Gave out some warrants. So I mean, it was before it was minus 6%. Now it's minus 7%. But with the dilution like this, I mean, we have seen bigger drops in the price. So it seems like the investors are still confident. They're waiting for this Nasdaq uplisting. This dilution always hurts a little bit, that's for sure. But on the other side, Bitfarms needs a lot of cash, of capital to fund the operations, the new miners. Maybe they buy even more, who knows? To build this facility in Argentina, to build a facility in Quebec. So Yeah, I hope they will wait with the next dilution to be on Nasdaq to have a lot higher price. So maybe, yeah. But on the other side, it shows. I mean, let's go to this topic now. The private placement of 75 million Canadian dollars with an institutional investor, US institutional investor. It shows us that these institutional investors are still interested in these companies, in investing in these companies. Yeah, so they would not invest into Bitfarms if they would not believe in this business model. So we can see 14 million common shares here at 530 Canadian dollars and 10.6 million common shares at 530 per common share, along with warrants to purchase an aggregate of 10.6 million warrants here at 487. So yeah, that's a discount here for sure. Bitfarms, the net proceeds of the private placement will be used by the company mainly to acquire additional miners, expand infrastructure, and improve its working capital position in support of its plans to more than triple its hash rate in 2021 to 3 exahash, then grow to 8 exahash in 2022. So that's a huge growth here for Bitfarms. Yeah, that's why they need this money. That's why the stock here is down. Okay, let's move on here. Hive Blockchain also a little bit in green. Hopefully they can announce soon something about the uplisting in the US. This would help. Argo, yeah, not so good today. We had yesterday, I think, a huge drop here, a bounce here to the upside. So yeah, it's close to $2 US. Would be good to get above this soon. DMG blockchain, it looks like, yeah, we are forming a new little pattern here, and it tries to break out here. It would be good to get some support from the Bitcoin price to get finally this move here to the upside, like DigiHost did here. DigiHost today takes a little breather at minus 5%, but we had a nice run here for more than 100%. So I think that's okay. What is a little bit insane is that Galaxy Digital is selling off here with minus 3.5%. And yeah, they released the news, I think, the financials, first quarter financial results. So they have a net comprehensive income of 860 million US dollars. They have assets under management. I think it's 1.6 billion. It increased by 58%. Huge growth here. They acquired BitGo here for 1.2 billion. And yeah, so I mean, these are incredible results. I mean, in the last quarter, the quarter before, they had an income of more than 300 million, now 860 million. So if we go here to the financials, very short, I think I will make a detailed analysis on Patreon in the next days for my Patreons here. So when we see the assets here, this is US dollars. At the end of December, it was at 1.45 billion, the balance sheet, and it's now at 3.2 billion. So they doubled the balance sheet here. We can see that the digital assets have grown from 850 million to 2 billion. I mean, I think a big part is Bitcoin, with the price rise of from 29,000 US dollars to 58,000. I mean, these are incredible numbers, and right now on the stock exchange, nothing is happening. So we can see that there's the sentiment is at zero right now. So you can do what you want. The price will not move. But this will change at some point. The fundamentals are incredibly good in my opinion. So here we can see the income, 850 million here, and the total the total comprehensive income here is 1.1 billion. So go to Galaxy Digital, watch it yourself. I think these are huge numbers for a crypto company, and the market cap is right now at 8.5 billion Canadian dollars. A lot of websites say something like 2 or 3 billion, but this is wrong. They only calculate the shares outstanding. We have the shares outstanding, the 92.7 million, but then there are, so these are the class A units, and then we have the class Bs, which are approximately 222 million. I think most of them are owned by Mike Novogratz. I'm not 100% sure about this, but he can exchange these Class B units into Class A units at the market price. So that means that's more than 300 million shares, both together, and the market cap is approximately at 8.4 billion Canadian dollars, so 7.5 billion US dollars. And yeah, they in 2 quarters they have now more than 1 billion US dollars in income. Yeah, so there's a huge potential for this company. But right now, it doesn't matter. There is panic on the streets. People are talking about the end of Bitcoin, at the end of the bull market, and so on. And I think this is exactly what these institutions, these whales, they're working together, in my opinion. I mean, Curtis Lucas made a great video about these predators. They all work together to eat the sardines. Yeah, the whales, the sharks, the dolphins, the tunas, and so on. They all working together, and at some point, the last sardine, is gone, and yeah, then the market flips. Who knows? Crypto is insane. It's incredibly manipulated. We know this. Yeah, so it's nothing for you need strong nerves for this. To be honest. So Riot Blockchain reports record first quarter 2021 financial results, current operational and financial highlights. So Q1, I mean, Riot is now increasing their hash rate. In Q1, it was not that big, but it's now getting bigger every quarter. Right now, we're at 1.3 exahash. Soon they will be at 2.3, which is a lot of hash rate. Going to be interesting, the battle between Bitfarms, Riot, and Mara, who has the highest Bitcoin hash rate in the upcoming days and weeks. So yeah, the mining revenue here is they increased by 881% to 23.2 million US dollars. It's not that big, but as I said, the future revenue is more important here. The mining margin here is at 67.5%. The produced record net income is 7.5 million or 0.09 per share. Yeah, so this could grow. I think this should grow in the upcoming quarters. The increased total cash and Bitcoin to 275 million. So that's a lot here, as compared to 235 million as of December 2020. So it's growing for sure here. Yeah, what else do we have here for Riot? They have 1,771 BTC on the balance sheet. They mined 491 Bitcoin in the first quarter. I think Hut 8 mined 539. We don't know it from Bitfarms. I think Bitfarms mined more than all the others. We will see. Maybe close to 600 or something like this. But yeah, these numbers will only grow in the upcoming quarters, that's for sure. So overall, the results are good, I think. I have to go into detail in the upcoming days and check the financials. I think I will analyze this too. These are only the news here. Yeah, but the future is more interesting for Riot Blockchain with all these miners they bought. And at the end of 2022, they want 7.7 exahash. They have their own facility now in Texas here, the 300 megawatt Whinstone facility there. So there they can set up their miners. Right now the miners are all in Messina in New York State, there in the north of the US. But yeah, with the new facility, I think they can get them to Texas. So yeah, 7.7 exahash at the end of 2022. I mean, Bitfarms has the goal of 8 exahash. Mara will want to have early in 2022 approximately 10 exahash. So yeah, that's a nice competition here. We will see how this all plays out. Okay, let's talk about the Bitcoin hash rate. We can see that the Bitcoin hash rate is still dropping, which is good for our companies, for our miners. Yeah, 141 exahash. I think this is going to be temporary. I was talking about this yesterday. Miners are transferred from the north to Sichuan region in China, where the wet season starts now, the rainy season. A lot of cheap hydropower is there. So the miners are always looking for the cheap energy, and they will always go there when no one else needs this abundant overcapacity energy. And I think that's why it's wrong to criticize the miners that they consume energy others need. Most of the time, or Michael Saylor said this very nice, the miners are going to the end of the world to find the cheapest energy. Why is it cheap? Because there is no consumer there, and that's why they sell it cheap. And the miners will always go there because they need cheap electricity to stay competitive. Yeah, the interesting thing is here that the next difficulty adjustment could be -7, -10%. Who knows? It's gonna be in 9 or 10 days. We will see. But a difficulty drop would help the miners to generate more Bitcoin, so that would be very nice. Let's go to the data here. Mining profitability at 20 cents per day per terahash. Not that big right now for Bitcoin. Ethereum, it looks good, 11.6 cents per day per mega hash. So that's very nice here for the Ethereum miners. Yeah, but for Bitcoin miners, would be good to get this difficulty drop and to get a higher Bitcoin price. That would help a lot. Okay, let's move on. Yeah, then from Byzantine General here, he is on Twitter. He tweeted this one here. Damn, the sell side is rarely this empty. We just need some active market participants or we keep sitting here, lol. So it looks like at this area here at 43,000, there's not much selling here. You can see it here. No selling at all, but also no real buying. The buyers are starting here at 42,500 or below. So yeah, the selling is exhausted, it looks like, but you never know whether the whales have some coins in the back. And the buying is also not big here right now. So it's going to be very interesting where we move. Do we get the bounce here again, or do we get even lower? Who knows? I mean, it's impossible to predict the Bitcoin price. We already know this. It's impossible to predict the stock price. That's also for sure here, because it has nothing to do with the fundamentals. In my opinion, we can see it right now with Galaxy Digital, which is -4%. But the fundamentals help you to stay strong in such a difficult time. That helps me for sure, because I think at some point the fundamentals will play a role again, but I think not now. This is fear. This is extreme fear, and I saw the fear and greed index, which is at the levels of the March drop in 2020 when Bitcoin dropped from 8,000 to 4,000. So very fearful investors right now out there. I mean, I can understand it. But on the other side, I mean, Bitcoin is still at 43,000, and yeah, the whales are trying to manipulate everything with the media, with all the FUD, with Elon Musk, and so on all the sides. And Bitcoin is not dropping to 0 or to 10,000 or something like this. I mean, it's going between 40 and 60,000 since months now, and this shows us that it's going to be very hard to drive Bitcoin a lot lower where we are now. And also the stocks are showing signs that they're stabilizing. I mean, they are not dropping. That they were dropping very hard, but they're showing signs of stabilization here, or at least I hope so. We will see. No one knows. I'm still confident in these companies. We will get these uplistings. We will get miners. We will get more hash rate. And at some point, I think we will get Bitcoin up again. No one knows when this happens. The manipulation is very strong. The fear is very strong. Yeah, so we will see. Okay, guys. So I think that's it for today. Thank you very much and see you in the next one. Auf Wiedersehen.